Hello, this is Tanya D from Yalite, and I want to talk a little bit about acceptance. I've noticed in the last couple days I've been thinking about acceptance a lot, and we need to be able to accept everything that's going on in our life. We even have to accept that we don't want to accept. So we take acceptance the farthest level that we can because that's really our truth. I have some things in my life that are difficult, that are causing pain, anxiety, fear. These things they can be dark, they can be difficult, they're causing struggle. And instead of pushing it away or denying that it even exists or wishing that it was different, hoping that it'll change, in the present, it's important to accept that this thing is in my life. And if when we accept the truths of what's going on outside of our lives and the truth of what's going on inside, the fear, the anxiety, the sadness, when we can accept all of these different things, then in prayer, we have an opportunity to confess what we're struggling with. God, I'm struggling with this situation in my life, and it's really causing me to fear. That's something to confess to God, because without a confession or admitting what we're struggling with, then God can't help you. So we start with being very real, very honest with ourselves. What's our truth in our day, moment to moment? And then in the morning, when we get up and we meditate, we can hand over to God our problems, our worries, our things that are not going right in our lives, according to us. And we can ask for God to help. I need help. I need to be stronger. I need your strength. I need your clarity. I need your wisdom. Can you please help me in this situation? And what I have found is two things. One, when you confess, it really gets it out of your spirit. So for one, it just feels good to be truthful and real with God. So you become vulnerable with someone about your truth, and that someone has to be or is God. And that's part of forming our relationship with God is really having somebody that you can be that real with all the time. And it becomes such a relief to be real with one person all the time, and God. And as you're real with God, it makes it easier to become real with other people around you. And then you can also help or ask for help from other people. But I like to go to God first, and what I have found is in His perfect timing, He'll come into my life and He helps me. But it's not always my timing, but it makes me feel really good to be living in my truth and to know that God knows what I'm struggling with, because chances are that thing that you can't accept in your life is something that's supposed to be there. It's going to grow you in some way. It's going to grow your spirit in patience. It's going to grow your spirit in self-control. It's going to grow your spirit in love. So that thing that you don't want to accept is really part of God's plan. And so fighting these things that we don't want to accept is kind of a waste of energy. It creates stress in our life. So something that will create new life in us is to hand it over to God and let Him take care of it. And you do that during your prayer time in the morning. So I want to encourage you to be honest and truthful with yourself and be vulnerable in front of God. So go in grace and with grace. Have a great day.